Hello and welcome back to Spicebox. Now I moved to India 3 years ago with my family and there are some ingredients here that simply are not available, ingredients that I'm used to using from the UK. But there are others that are available in absolute abundance, and taking advantage of these ingredients and tinkering with a traditional recipe, I've created something quite different, and I call it Bangalore Does bread and butter pudding. To make my pudding, we will need 1 loaf of really nice, good quality white bread, which is cut into thick pieces. We'll take 1½ cups of coconut milk, or 350 ml. We'll take 250 ml of whole milk, or 1 cup, and we'll take 3/4 of a cup of cream, or that is 100 ml. And we'll take 75 grams of sugar and 75 grams of butter, which is 5 heaped tablespoons, 1 cup of raisins, 2 heaped teaspoons of ground cardamom powder, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 2 eggs. Traditionally, bread and butter pudding was made with stale bread. It was a quick and easy dessert to make on a low budget. Nowadays, people make it even more indulgent. They add croissants, they add brioche, but we'll be sticking to the white bread today. So we'll start by taking our bread, take a nice sharp knife, and simply cut away the sides. Okay, we're going to butter our bread. And then cut this into triangles. Add this to your oven-proof dish, and you want enough bread so it covers the dish once over. At that point, we're going to add our raisins. And we want to add 1 more layer of the bread. I always put the raisins on the inside. If you put them on top, they burn in the oven, and we don't want that. At this point, let's preheat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius or 356 degrees Fahrenheit. Now let's start to make the custard. We'll add the butter to the pan, and you want room temperature butter, which is softened. Now let's add the milk. We want to set this at medium heat, so don't let it boil over, just let it simmer. While this is simmering away, we can get started with the other part of the recipe. So let's take 2 eggs. And whisk away. So let's add our coconut milk. And the cream. And in goes the sugar. Now we're going to take 2 heaped teaspoons of the cardamom powder. And 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. Mix this all together. At the same time, just keep an eye on what's going on over here, making sure it doesn't boil. And that's ready to go into the bowl. That's our custard ready. We're ready to add our mixture to the dish. So just slowly pour this in. This will go into the oven, which we'll keep at the same temperature, and it will cook for 30 to 40 minutes. The end result looks like a bread and butter pudding, but it tastes very coconutty. With the addition of ground spices, we have a spicy, unique, pudding, which is very easy to put together. Before putting my dish into the oven, I sprinkled some sugar on top, and the result is looking very much like a bread and butter pudding, but the taste is very coconutty. With the addition of the ground spices, it's an indulgent, unique and spicy dessert, which is very easy to put together.